Welcome in, guys. We're going to be talking about the Apple event. I just want to give a little shout out to our co-host today. Usually he is not this chill, all over the place, so I'm going to allow it happening. This is Hugo, by the way. So anyway, let's get to it. Apple's event, absolutely shocking from start to finish. I mean, when I was looking at all the rumor mills and everything, like I do every single year, there wasn't really much going on there. And I was thinking to myself, maybe it's just a case of Apple have been really tight, with any leaks this year. None of any of that kind of stuff's been happening. And that's why we're not hearing about some of the good, juicy stuff. But no, there was actually more being talked about in the rumor mill than what actually transpired, which is crazy because over the years, I've come to actually love Apple events. It's one of the things that I actually really look forward to. It's very rare that you'll see me kind of like finding out about what's going on with an iPhone or the Apple Watch a couple of days after the event. Not just that, but actually a lot of the time I'm quite excited halfway through the event, especially when they dropped the AirPods, especially when they dropped the Apple Watch. Like, them events, like, go down in history. I was just so excited watching them. But this year has been a major, major drag. I think this is definitely the worst ever year for Apple events. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, we look at the iPhone. Yes, okay, we've got this new action button. That's lovely. We've got this new lightweight frame made out of titanium. Lovely again. And we've got this now 6x zoom, which used to be a 3x zoom. But to be fair, there's not really much in that. Yeah, we've got some new chips. We've got the new U2 chip. But again, really, it's kind of very minuscule stuff that's not really going to have any impact in your life. Like, let's talk about Siri and, like, updated cameras. Usually, they can really have an impact on kind of your day-to-day living. But what's happened here is next to nothing. My favourite feature is definitely going to be the action button, but it depends how they're going to be able to use that. Are you going to be able to triple-click it, double-click it, long press it, and, get as much functionality out of that one button as you can? I think that would be important because I'd still like to keep the mute button there, maybe have that on a triple press or something, but then have other features there. So we'll have to see how they implement that. You know what really grinds my gears about this whole thing was they had that red colour that was going to come out. The first proper, like, burnt red kind of iPhone. If there's one feature that they should have added, it should have been that, because there's not really much else going for the iPhone this year. To be fair, the Apple Watch is even worse because the only real upgraded feature is this kind of new heart rate monitor. And to be fair, there's not that many people using heart rate monitors on the daily. It's just something that's passive, that just kind of happens. What wound me up, which is actually a great thing that they've done, but I felt like it's trying too hard to hunker down on this one feature of the Apple Watch. So at the beginning of the keynote, there was a video that was talking about kind of people that had heart conditions, various different types of heart conditions that were detected by the Apple Watch and quite possibly saved their lives, which is great. I understand that. But I felt like you were really putting that out first. And then by the time we got to the actual Apple Watch and you realise the only extra feature that we're going to get this year is like an upgraded heart monitor, which was already there, which was already saving lives. So yeah, a very, very, very weak performance from Apple this year. Very weak. And I understand it might be through a couple of different features. Maybe they've had to concentrate a little bit on changing things over from Lightning to USB-C. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they've been putting a bit of focus into Vision Pro. Maybe so. But, again, I expected a hell of a lot more. And, yeah, it was a poor turnout, I'm sorry to say. So, yeah, that's kind of me just giving you my opinion on what's happened over the past 24 hours since I watched the event. I was actually still a bit kind of, like, dumbfounded. Like, I couldn't work out where the benefit was. But for me this year, I know one thing. Even though my contract's run out and I'm, in the market for a new phone, I'm just going to stick with my phone as it is. And the Apple Watch is definitely not worth getting if you've got one within the past 1 or 2 years. So there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for checking out this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Say bye, Hugo.